Hello everyone, this is Jay with Jay's Media Agency, and I am here today because I wanted to talk to you guys about how you can grow your content if you are an adult entertainer. I am working on a series that will be presented on my Patreon that will be a step-by-step series on how you can grow your adult content. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you some steps or some things that you can possibly take when it comes to certain ways of promoting your content. Keep in mind, this is not going to be where I will show any content that is not safe for work. So if you are wanting to get more in depth and more details, please stay tuned for the series that is in the works right now, and you will be able to get notifications as long as you are on my Patreon account as well as in my email list. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you have probably seen my post about my earnings versus my views, and I will show you guys a couple of those shots right now. As you can see, it shows where I have the views and the amount earned. Okay, now this is on one platform, and I was able to help this particular content creator to get as many, of course, all these views, on top of that being able to really generate income to go with those views. All right, and now with this series, again, I am going to go really in depth on how to post, what to post, when to post, and basically how to still promote that same subscription based platform to be able to get even more income out of it. Okay, more revenue. So that's just one. I'll show you guys another one. All right, so this is another one here. Now, as you can see, this one is showing the amount of visitors that have showed up in that particular platform. All right, for a lot of you that know what this looks like, this is definitely OnlyFans, and this is also a preview of how you can get a certain amount of visitors to be converted into income. Now, this will give you an idea of how much income is made by those visitors in 30 days, right? So if you can post content and you can use the strategies that I have presented in my series, then you can be able to generate this amount of income as well. All right. And then what will happen is over time, as you keep posting content and you keep getting new subscribers to come to your page, you will also earn more money. As you have seen, I'm pretty sure with a lot of other creators, they have been able to really generate tens of thousands of dollars from this. All right, so this is just a portion of what you can actually earn, and not only that, over time, how much you can earn, especially if you're working a 9 to 5, you can really put this in a bank account and let it grow. Okay, and all you gotta do is post content really about once a week, and then of course the only other thing is being able to promote it, but I'll go over that with you in a second. All right, and I have this one other shot here. Again, for those of you that do know, this is absolutely PH. So this is where if you are a content creator and you want to be able to really grow your income, you can use PH to be able to get your income to also either double or just increase over time with each month. And these are multiple platforms, and this is the amount of money that you can make on each platform per month. This is not including things that money that you can get through Cash App. It's not including tips that you can get when it comes to people wanting to purchase certain type of souvenirs from you. This is not including services, PPVs. Like, these are literally just plain on subscriptions from you posting content. As you guys know, you can do always different ways to make money, and you can also do that when it comes to having a digital product. So being able to really utilize that for yourself is going to be the best option for you. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of it all, and I am going to show you guys how you can also really utilize these other platforms by being able to really generate that income. And what I'll do is I'll start you guys off with my safe for work accounts, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so what I'm showing you guys right now is my Instagram page. Now, of course, you guys already know what I do when it comes to my work, right? But when it comes to I'll say my clients with adult content, okay? What that would consist of is ultimately them being able to use these PG, safe for work type platforms to be able to really generate more subscribers on their own pages. Now, the trick is to be able to not obviously post risque type of content that's going to get you flagged, that's going to get you suspended off of your account. So if I can give you an idea of a particular type of account, I can give you, for example, me and my partner's account, right? You can see some of the things that we do post, right? And again, some of these things are definitely safe for work, right? So they're not going to really cause us to get flagged or removed. So it is going to be off of the basis of some things you may have that maybe happen to be trendy, right? Some things you may have maybe in the sense of having to be funny or childish or something to that extent. And the reason being is because of the fact that you want people to be able to find your account on the popular platforms. You do not want to be only stuck on just the adult platforms, because obviously it's where we know we can make the money. But when you are reaching and posting on the popular platforms, this is when you can really be able to get a wider audience. And keep in mind, a lot of the people, they may also be able to find you because that they see you here. They'll also be able to find you on these adult platforms, because what you're doing is you are also linking your content through your Instagram page. So if you see, for example, if I have my links here, you can see I have my link tree and my website and any other links that you want to be able to have there. Of course, you've got your Facebook page as well. But this gives you ultimately an idea of what you can do to be able to really use these popular platforms. All right. I will also give you another option which you can use. Instagram is not the only platform you should be on, in my opinion. Another platform you can be on would be TikTok in this case. All right. So TikTok for me, obviously, where you can go in and you can do the same thing. Now, of course, all you can do is really just utilize the same videos that you put on Instagram and put them on TikTok. You can duplicate that same thing and do it for YouTube. So that'd be you going to your YouTube channel, right, and being able to post some things on there. So in this case, if I show you guys my channel, this would be where you would have that at, right? So go to my channel, and again, I would post things like the shorts on there. Any of the videos that I'm doing with you right now, for example, those would be something that you could definitely use, because you can create a video of you just talking about what you do. You could have a vlog, for example. Let me see if I can show you a preview of some of my other clients' page to give you an idea. Because they do not have to be very major, right? They do not have to be, they don't have to go viral, right? Because all you really can do is the more you post, the more people are going to see them, right? So if I go to this channel, and of course, you see this was posted a year ago to give you an idea, right? And then you can, obviously these are videos that are older, but it's not going to stop you from growing, because ultimately people are going to find you. And even with these videos, they might not have a whole lot of views, but people are still able to see it and really be able to connect with you through there. So do not sell yourself short. Do not feel as if you don't have a lot of content and the people aren't going to find you. They are going to find you. You just got to post. All right. So that was TikTok, YouTube, and your next choice would also be Twitter. All right. Now, the beauty about Twitter is that once you start to learn how to use Twitter, you realize that you can actually post a lot of crazy shit on there and you can get away with it. But you gotta be careful, because it does go back off if you're not discriminating, if you're not doing hateful or violent type of conversations, then you should be fine. And if you're posting adult content, I always suggest posting teasers. That's gonna be like your 3 second to 10-second type clips. That way you can lead them into your bigger content, which is gonna be obviously on your subscription pages, or even if you want them to go to your YouTube to ultimately monetize off of that as well, once you have been accepted into the program. This is where I feel like you should definitely get used to it. Now, don't mind this page just because I'm just not getting back to being able to really utilize my Twitter, but on the other pages that I do manage, they are definitely not safe for work. So I'm not going to post that here because I don't want to get banned on YouTube. But I do want you guys to be able to pay attention to that, right? Just because over time, you'll be able to utilize this platform. So when you get a chance, you get into the series, once that is completed, you will see what I'm talking about when it comes to the type of ways you can promote your content on Twitter. That is literally TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and then of course we got Facebook and Snapchat. So we'll get into Facebook first. As you can see, Facebook, here it is again with me and my partner's page right here, and this would be where we literally are just reposting things that we have already shared in other pages. Now, again, do not worry about the amount of views, because ultimately that can change over time, right? And all that, and it also goes without saying, I have not been posting a whole lot on this page consistently. Like, it's very, very sporadic, but it is one of those things where the more I post, the more consistent that we become, then the more it'll generate when it comes to views and ultimately clicks and follows. All right, so this is something to definitely keep in mind. But I feel like, as I always say, do not make it so difficult to where you feel like you aren't being able to really see any type of income just yet. And this is definitely the long game, right? If you feel like it's something that you really want to do and you really want to monetize off of the content, especially if you know you have a lot of content, I feel like you should automatically start using all of these platforms and start really posting on them. Give yourself at least a good 30 days to post one piece of content every single day. Then after those 30 days, you can start breaking down and see what's working and double down on that. I also am going to talk about that through the series because it's very, very important. All right, so that is Facebook, and then the last but not least, as of for right now, would be Snapchat. So as you can see, this is Snapchat. A lot of people still use Snapchats. All right, so for this one, this is again for me and my partner. Now, right now, all I did, if you look at my video, it is literally the same video that I just posted on our Instagram. Now it's going into our TikTok. It's also going onto possibly on our Twitter, and it's also going to go. Now it's on Snapchat. That's all that I do. And then you can get, of course, the hits from there. And then from there, you can also pay attention to the amount of stories, or excuse me, the amount of people that add you, because we get a lot of people that add us on ours. So because of that, you can go through here and actually accept everybody and send them a quick welcome message. All right. Once you do that, and you don't send your OnlyFans link immediately, but you can send them a Linktree link, your Instagram link, or just say, hey, thank you for joining. And eventually they will want to follow you or connect with you on other platforms because they'll see that you're consistent. Okay, so if you really want to make some good money when it comes to your content, these are the things that you're gonna have to do. But it does go without saying that yes, you have to create the content, but it's not gonna take you all day to post it. So if you have a mind frame of, say, you're gonna go ahead and post certain types of content, and you want to make, say you have one video you already made yesterday, you got one video, now you want to go ahead and post it on other platforms, you can do that. All right, and you can, all you got to do is just go to each platform and just post it. Just go to each platform and post it every single day, and you can literally do all of this within the span of an hour while creating the content. Okay, and once you, of course, you create that content, that's when you can go ahead and get people to follow you because of that content, and then go from there. But I will absolutely go into the series and go even more in depth in details of what it is that you can do when it comes to really getting people to see the content, when it comes to how to use the trends, how to use the music without being demonetized, and really see some progression in your income. All right, because literally you can jump on OnlyFans today and start getting people to subscribe and pay. But again, I'm gonna show you guys that whole setup, and we're gonna get into part 2 where we go into the websites.